Hello and welcome to another video with Amualani. This is episode 8 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play Season 2 series. Last episode we did set up this stone floor to be dug. They are currently digging it. And we did sort of finish setting up our wood floor here. There are a couple of things workshop-wise that we still need to set up here, and we will when we get the blocks for it. But for now, I'm going to check our alerts here on the left. We have Logum has created Masterwork, Cage, and Wheelbarrow. Nice. We have this cancel one. I'm not going to go over all the canceling, especially now that we're starting to get workshops set up. If you are wanting to kind of read it in more detail beyond me sort of quickly scanning it, feel free to pause when I'm scrolled over it so you can kind of read it in more detail. But we're going to get a lot of cancellations off of like the shear animal we're going to have on 3 different workshops. Work order. We're going to have the work order for spinning thread on 3 different workshops. We're going to have the work order for milking animals on 3 different workshops. Making cheese on a couple of different workshops. So as we start getting all of the permanent setup and start getting all the work orders in for them to go kind of check that stuff, we're going to get a lot of cancellations when we don't have the creatures to shear. We do have a llama industry now. It's budding. We just barely got our first llamas. As we get more llamas, the shearing will get canceled less and less. But that's just going to take some time. But I am setting up the work orders now so that I don't have to go in and manually tell it, okay, but let's see if we have any animals to share. It's just going to automatically go check for us. All right. Let's see here. And then we have several work orders have been completed. They are spinning thread, wooden cage, wooden wheelbarrow. Nice. You have struck milk quartz. And I think we saw that on the stone floor. That was that little Hershey Kiss gem, and actually we can go check. Yeah, that was this Hershey Kiss shaped one. Rough milk quartz. Okay. We're gonna sort of hit play and let them do their thing in a moment here. I do kind of want to go check on our animals. I'm also kind of checking on. We do have several. Oh, beds. I think we do. Did we shut off beds? I don't think we did. We did not. Okay, so beds are now shut off. And they will get the beds moved. I'm wondering, I think I'm going to place a couple more beds here in the hospital just in case. I'll place a couple. Okay. And then we are getting some lower quality beds, which I'm going to place in our dormitory here. I think the Paradise Nut, that was it. Macadamia, macadamia, okay. And the high wood, okay. And, alright, we're going to go ahead and hit play. I am going to set the clay bricks as a high priority here. Let's see who comes. That might be our militia commander. Yeah, to go back with fuel. Yeah, that's our militia commander. Sandy clay and charcoal. Yep. And it makes 1 earthenware brick, which is perfect. And we are actually going to come down to our wood floor. That was one thing that we were waiting on. Is I'm going to make a furnace here for wood burning. We're going to make it out of that earthenware brick, because that makes a very cool sort of color. Now the furnaces, and I'm gonna actually come in and verify this. Workshop, furnace, wood burner. I don't think we can make these out of wood. Correct. They have to be made out of stone or metal. Looks like, which makes sense. You know, you don't make a furnace or a stove out of wood because it'll just burn. All right. So the wood furnace, we are going to link specifically to this wood stockpile. We're going to pause because I do want to check that out. We're linking it to that wood stockpile. This is the wood that I don't mind them burning for charcoal. Wood burning. Do we have any? Let me come into labor and see. I think one of our metalsmiths is also a farmer, and that is Nish. So I think Nish will also assign as a wood burner. And then we'll come over and we're actually going to have him make 10 charcoal. All right. We have struck cobaltite. Nice. On what floor here? So we got a little bit of cobaltite in here. Hopefully we get some more of those boulders. Looks like a lot of the... Okay, we're getting orthoclase, microline. I'm going to come up and actually look at... I'm going to add rock block. We're going to come in. So allanite, dacite, gabbro, and microline we are getting kind of a ton of. We are starting to get a bit more orthoclase. Slate we're getting. I was kind of hoping we'd get more kimberlite on the wood floor. Oh, we did! The kimberlite. Okay. I might... and actually I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and make 4 kimberlite doors here. But I am going to come in and see... So there are some rock blocks that... Oops, we're not doing that there. Let's come in. Let's do door, kimberlite, and we'll do 4. And then over here, we'll come in and do some rock blocks for the different stuff that we're getting. So that ilmenite, don't think we have any rock blocks of. Cobaltite, we don't have many. Orpiment, I don't think we have the rock blocks for yet. Pyrolusite, railgar, I'm not sure what that is. And rutile, we will definitely do rock blocks out of. The rutile is actually kind of a cool color for the wood furnace too. And then I think there was something, yeah, we don't have the slate rock block yet. Rock block, and let's go in and see if we have something under slate here. We do not, okay. And we will just cancel. Okay. So let's see here. Was grazing. I'm gonna come up and check out what's happening up here. I don't think we have any new llamas yet. We do not. But let's check out the herbing. Have them come collect some herbs from in here. That is one nice thing about having this area sort of dug out, is we are going to be able to come in and do some herbing. Now I am going to set up a couple of underground areas, one specifically to just come in and do this herbing, and then I'm going to set up another couple of areas where we can have the tower cap and the fungi wood, and actually have it be able to grow where we can chop it down, but have it be enclosed and inside. And those are kind of higher on my priority list, but I really do kind of just need to get some stuff set up here for function. Oh, pause. We are going to go check out. So Zacit has become a spinner. They have gained skill as a spinner. Nice. I'm going to check that out in a moment. You have struck Cobaltite. Adil has, so that is our puppy, or our someone's pet, has grown to become a dog. Spinner cancels some stuff. Logum has created a masterpiece wood bin. And make bed has been completed. Okay. Speaking of, I think we are going to go in and we had a hunting dog. Yeah, we have a stray hunting dog. We're going to go in and remove the trainer, and we're going to assign said stray hunting dog to. We have one assigned work animal to our militia commander. I think we're going to assign this hunting dog to a Blell, who is okay. Nice. And then, so we have Mebzuth has claimed a Leatherworks. So they are currently gathering their materials. They do have leather, and I do kind of want to check out. So this is Mebzuth. Do something. I'm going to sort by name. Mebzuth is one of our spinners, so we're going to come in. They are a skilled spinner, and they are novice in shearing. They are dabbling in shearing, and not like they're our novice tanner as well. So Leatherworks. Okay, so this guy may be getting skill as a crafter. We'll find out. And I am just going to watch the workshop here. And we're going to see what he gathers. Now, from what I can tell, I did, in my Respect Planks world, have a lot of artifacts. And it seems like whatever workshop they claim is they need to be able to make whatever it is at that workshop. So like for the Leatherworks, they're going to make something that can be made in the Leatherworks. And they are working now. With the gems, there's going to be some value on this one. Depending on, I don't know how valuable those gems are. I think the red spinels might be a times 15 or 20 on the value. That's just based on, I've been setting up my jewels, my gems, based on value in the last few worlds, and in setting up those stockpiles, I've seen red spinels several times, and I think that's a higher quality or a higher value gem. Alright. They have created a bulky jaguar leather right glove. He offers it to the dented craft. Interesting. So, and jaguar leather right glove. Depending on if that's armor or considered handwear under the finished goods, I think our dwarves can use that. Like, somebody can claim it as their... If it's just regular clothing, they can claim it as their clothing, I think. So this will be interesting. This is my first... I don't know if that's armor or handwear. But but I guess we're going to find out. Okay, so I am going to pause. Oh. I'll pause as soon as it's done saving for spring. I'm going to pause. And I'm kind of curious. I did not see it here. I don't see it here just yet. But Mebzuth, I do want to come check. Oh, they're flashing. So they are a... Oh, that was off of the Tanner skill. They are a legendary Tanner now. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So, that being said, I am going to up the skill on the workshop, and I think this one we have, yeah. So with this one we can say legendary Tanner shop. And honestly, I think we had talked about putting a farming workshop in there for gelding. But I think we're going to do a Tanner, and that was Orthoclase, I believe. And we may just have to set up... oh, we can't come up anymore right there. For gelding, we may just have to... Eventually, right now, the gelding, they can come in and do it here. But I'm gonna probably have to set up a room for the gelders to come do the gelding, and I'm gonna have to assign them to the workshops. This was a problem that I had when I set up my kitchen floor in my Respect Planks world. The gelders were doing that in the middle of my kitchen, which is where I have a lot of cats, and I think watching that, can upset the animals. So I will have to get creative in how we deal with that. Okay, so that was very cool. Now that was a right glove. Sorry, I kind of went through all of that quickly. Which, let's check out if it's under armor or not. So we've got tunics. Silk dress, another dress, full dress. So this is all dresses. Okay, tunics. Footwear. So okay, so I wonder if that's going to be under handwear then. Handwear. So yeah, glove, glove, glove. Okay. So okay, so the kid is hauling it. So we're gonna follow the kid here. Let's see. Put it in our artifact thing, and they are playing make believe. And now I'm curious because they were hauling it. Somebody else came over. Okay, we're gonna stop following, and now we're gonna come in. We're gonna do the same thing and kind of see handwear. Because not surprised if... Oh, it says it's here. Oh, it is there. And look at that value. Okay. This is a bulky jaguar leather right glove. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of jaguar leather, gabbro, and red spinal? I'm not really sure. But yeah, ooh, got some value there. Okay. I'm going to check out the cats here. So, okay, so we do have a kitten here that we are going to geld and rename. We do have, so a 1-year-old female. We do have a kitten here. We're going to geld the animal. We do have 2 females there with 1 green skill. Here's a male with 2 skills, which we're going to keep him in the kitchen here. Here's a female with 2 skills. There's our male. Which actually, I think now... And we're going to come check. Oh, he's got no relations. So relations... Oh, it's not showing the relations. Okay. I mean, they were born here, and normally it shows like their parents and stuff. So that's interesting. No relationships. All right. Actually, I just need to wait to gild this cat until this other kitten grows up. That being said, we are going to come up. And we are going to move. This is why we rename them. We're going to move those 2 up here. And we will have an area eventually for our female cats that only have the 1 trait. Will get moved. And we'll keep our program to parents who have 2 green traits eventually. Yeah, so our broker is kind of switching back and forth on the crafts here. All right, so we're gonna hit play. We are gonna come down F6 and see. Okay, they do have a little bit of smoothing done. They're not high skill in the smoothing yet, so this is not. This may not be something that like they're really wanting to come do. So if they have other things that are high priority, they may be doing that. They may be preferring it. If need be, if we do have a death, we can come in and make the tomb, and we do have the coffins made, and we can set the area up. I'm kind of wanting to wait until they have the area smooth before setting all that stuff up. Okay. How are we doing on our... So they're still making... Yeah, we still have a ways to go on our furniture there. Let's come up and check our entrance. Okay, we can resume construction. Okay, yeah, nice. Construction, we're going to come in and we're going to do a little bit on the wall. We'll do microline. We'll do microline wall here. And then we're going to do gabbro floor. We need to do 5 by 5 and see if we have floor. Not yet. Yes, I'm waiting until I get the floor put down before I'm going to move the trading hall. But that being said, for this part, we're going to come in, and this will do at a dacite. And this is going to be the ceiling. Ooh, I don't know that I like that being there. All right. I'm going to wait to chop down that tree. That's right over our entrance, so we kind of want to wait until we don't have dwarfs coming out, or I may need to set up the burrow a little bit. But that, I mean, that's potentially going to hurt somebody. Definitely going to wait until we don't have construction going on. Lots of dwarves are coming outside for that right now. Okay, so we're going to... that being said, I am going to come in and I'm going to construct the dirt road again. There we go. And we're just going to keep everything in here. Not dirt, so to speak, so that no trees will grow. Okay. Now we did have a masterpiece Gabbro bracelet. Very nice. Okay, nice. Oh, Stray Kitchen has grown. Let's check out who that was. Yep, the male. Okay, nice. So this male we are going to geld and rename animals. And we will come up and add that cat up here. Let's come down and check out our pigs. I don't think... Yeah, we don't have any new piglets. Check out the dogs here. These both are good to stay here. Yep. And yeah, here was the pet that grew up. Now, yes, it's nice that she has 2 green traits, but the recover slowly, I don't really want to be adding that into my program. Oh, I think we... Yeah, we can allow that dog to go. The tanning, I think we're going to up the skill on the tanning. Now, yes, that does mean we're only going to have the 1 tanner for right now, but I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's come down. Looks like they completed Masterpiece Amulet, Stray Kitchen. Ming has become a wrestler. I think, yeah, our squad is training. We will get the other squad, actually. I'm going to check on them and we're going to get them scheduled. Now that we have the zone. That being said, I am going to come in. Let me finish looking at our orders here on the left. Stray llama has given birth to a baby llama. Ooh, let's go check that out. Hey, baby llama. Okay, we're gonna gelt that one. That's fine. Clumsy. We do have, I think. Yeah, we got a male with a green trait. But that's perfect, because as soon as this llama is gelded, we can open him up to adoption, so that we have like kind of an extra permanent animal here that they can shear. Okay, so yay. Bim has become a fish cleaner. So Bim gained skill as a fish cleaner. We have a lot of fish cleaning happening. I'm gonna check out the dwarf here in a moment. Yeah, wrestler, sheriff, recruit. Oh, they're all scheduled for training, staggered training now. Okay. Shoot, I did not want all of our military off. I think that's 8 people out of our 29 population that are going to be busy now for spring. Oh, that's okay. This we have struck various materials. Most of that is we faint yellow diamond. What? Okay, we're gonna watch that. Faint yellow diamond, I think, is the yellow diamond. I think is times 40. The faint yellow diamond is what, times 30 or 35. It's right up there. We have cancel spin thread at your animal. We have spin thread has been completed and crafts has been completed. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play here. A lot of our miners are in our military, so this mining project is it's going to take them some time now. They won't get stuff mined really until summer. That being said, it does look like they did a good job of mining out this floor. And yeah, okay, so that, yeah, they're kind of working on our bigger rooms there. The fact that it is flashing. Okay. The fact that it is flashing means they should come. Okay, I've got someone in the military who's set to come mine that. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty high value gem. Okay, looks like, yeah, stockpiles. So this is, it looks like it's going to be a lot of stockpile management, but it's really not. So we're just going to do it. We're going to come down over here. So 9 by 5 is 45, 54 would be 540. I think we're going to do that on, this is bars and blocks. We're going to come in. This is going to be stone. This is going to be for dacite. And this is dacite blocks. And then this is going to be for dacite. This is, we're going to come down to stone. This is going to be for dacite. Dacite boulders. Okay, so this is going to be for gabbro. Come in. This is for gabbro. This is gabbro blocks. Let's just making sure I got it spelled correctly there. Okay, this is for gabbro boulders. Other stone. This is from gabbro. Gabbro. Now, allanite and microline are two others that we have quite a large chunk of. So come in. This is for allanite. Allanite bars. Blocks, rather. And this is for allanite boulders. Allanite. Boulders. This will be for microline. Come down to stone. Microline. Microline boulders. This is for blocks. This is for microline. Microline blocks. Alright. We're going to come up here. And we'll actually make this a bit bigger. We are going to come in to do blocks. This is going to be the metal blocks. No, not bars. Metal blocks all. Metal blocks. I don't expect that we'll ever fill that up, because as far as I know, we're only going to get the blocks from the vendor as they come. Bars and blocks, blocks other material. You know, for right now, other blocks. I don't expect... you know, wood blocks we should really have on the other. Do relabel this as glass blocks. And then we'll do the clay blocks. So the clay blocks are earthenware, porcelain, and stoneware. Clay bricks. Okay, so this is for stone blocks. All. We are going to come in, we're going to remove allanite. We're going to remove dacite. We're going to remove earthenware. We're going to remove gabbro. So let's see, we had gabbro, dacite, allanite, and microline. We're going to remove, and then we're going to come down and we're going to remove porcelain and stoneware. Stone blocks. We're going to come in, we're going to come down to stone, we're going to do other stone, we're going to do all, we're going to unselect allanite, dacite, gabbro, and microline. Okay. Now we had, so we actually do have kind of a chunk of orthoclase here. So we're going to do orthoclase blocks. Orthoclase blocks. I'll do orthoclase stone. Orthoclase boulders. Okay, I'm going to do the anhydrate and paraclase since we have those coming in from the trader. This is stone, anhydrate, anhydrate boulders. Blocks, anhydrate, anhydrate, blocks. This is for paraclase. We'll do blocks. Paraclase. And then paraclase boulders. Paraclase boulders. And then we had orpiment. This is the boulders. Okay. This is really pretty. I like the orpiment. Orpiment. Do orpiment blocks. Orpiment blocks. Okay. And then we had, I need to come back up and check. Slate. And slate. Stone. This is for slate boulders. And we'll do slate blocks. Slate blocks. Okay, so now we need to come in on the stone blocks. We have 6 of them that we need to remove. So anhydrate was one of them. Paraclase was another. And we had orpiment and orthoclase as well. So orpiment, orthoclase, paraclase. So that was 4. And then we had slate. And something else. Or was it only 5? Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah. So orthoclase, anhydrate, slate, orpiment, and paraclase, and then okay. So anhydrate, orpiment, orthoclase, paraclase, and slate. Okay, perfect. And then the boulders. Oh, other stone boulder. you know, we'll just do stone. We come in, we've got stone. So we need to remove 5. So anhydrite. We have orpiment, orthoclase, periclase, and slate. Now, it may have been smarter to wait on the anhydrite and periclase, but I really want for those boulders to be able to come down from the trader when they come in. That being said, I think we are going to set up a few more 6x11. Okay, we do have I think that's good for now. We'll set up the workshops. You know, we can start setting up the workshops here. So stoneworker. So one for this is orthoclase on the bottom. And then on the top, add that illuminite or rutile. I think we'll do the illuminite, signifying the other. And then this was periclase and anhydrite, which we don't have, and then orpiment, and we need this stuff to get dug out. Okay. That being said, apply. And they are going to start hauling. Oh, that being said, we actually do need to come and shut off in the blocks. We need to shut off that we can leave. So the stone and clay blocks is none. Metal blocks is none. And none on the other blocks as well. That being said, I do need to come down and do a stockpile here for the wood blocks. It doesn't need to be very big. Actually, that's huge, but that's okay. So blocks, we'll do wood. All right. And it does look like they did all of our blocks there. You know, I'm kind of curious. So our toys, we do have toys in a whole bunch of different materials, but it is all kind of low quality. Now that I think it's our broker has some skill, we might need to, we could make a few more toys, I think. And actually, oh, population just went up. Nice. I think I'll deal with the population increase next episode with getting them assigned. That being said, they should be... We almost doubled again. They should be able to come in and help us do a whole bunch of hauling, which will be nice. So we have struck green zircon, which I think is a kind of a high quality gem. Kimberlite door has been completed. Armor stand, weapon rack has been completed. So they're still doing the coffers. Tetrahedrite. So masterpiece, nest box, door, figurine, and scepter. Mebzuth cancels spin thread. and an animal has grown to become a stray animal. So it says stray animal because that's what we labeled them as. And shoot, I meant to leave that up for myself. Masterpiece, scepter, wooden bin has been completed. Pipe bowl. Okay. We're just going to let them get some hauling in while we start setting up some doors. Okay, so they said Kimberlite door was completed, so we're going to get those in. The Allanite doors are also completed for this barracks. Okay, let's go in to bed now. I am grabbing the exceptional quality beds. Looks like the rest of them are going to have to be out of Highwood, which is fine. Alright. We can come in and do the chests. So I mean, I can look at the quality, but just placing all 10. This was supposed to be for the barracks, so I'm not saving this stuff for bedrooms. And then we've got military come in. We'll do the weapon racks on top. And then we'll do the armor racks on bottom here. And eventually this is what the Kimberlite barracks will look like as well. As we get more Kimberlite, we'll get that all made. And as you can see, we've got our military is training here. So I know I said I would check out the migrants sort of next episode. I'm just kind of curious if we had anybody come in that was yeah, we do. A miner. Nice. We'll check them out more next episode, but I was also curious if anybody came in with fishing. Doesn't look like it. We assigned Dodoc. And no one came in as a woodcutter, looks like. Okay. I'm gonna come up and just see. Okay. Before we do much more construction, I think those trees have to go. But, that being said, we'll come in and we'll look and see if we have any more Gabbro blocks. 26, nice. And then we can get our trade depot moved. So we can finish getting things enclosed here. That tree is also going to have to get cut down before we do anything over here. So, yeah, before we do any more stuff with the ceiling, a couple of trees do have to come down. That being said, we will come in and construct dirt road. Our only woodcutter is currently training, so we'll. I think we'll let this turn over to summer and then end the episode. Okay. So because we're doing the microline walls, I think we're going to go with a more snazzy color for the trade depot, for the permanent one. And let me just come down and look at what that's going to be. So the railgar is nice and vibrant. Ooh, if we had more olivine blocks, maybe. I kind of want something. Yeah, the olivine would go really well here. We could do allanite. That's kind of a with the ornament. We can make more olivine blocks. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna come down and we're gonna pause and we're gonna tell it to make olivine blocks. And we'll do that as a high priority. And hit play. That being said, sorry, I do need to come in and just check if we have any animals from the migrants. Now the 2 hunting dogs I'm not assigning to a pen. They're assigned as work animals, and so they're out with their folks. Okay, yeah, we do have a couple of grazers that came. This is this is someone's pet here. I think we're going to need, especially if we're going to be keeping a few other animals, this is going to get too small awfully quickly. So that'll be, yeah, I think something on this floor that we do. I'm gonna come in and we're gonna make leather bags. We did get an adequate leather worker. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna let it hit or let it play here, and we'll get through. Okay. So we're gonna come in. We're gonna do some tombs here. This is gonna be for pets. Except this will be for pets. This will be for pets. And I don't label it until there's somebody there, and I label it with what happened to them. This will be for pets. Okay, and then I do some tombs down here. This will be for dwarves. 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 I'll do set. Okay. So we're gonna come in furniture. There we go. The slate I like to, or the slab I like to be against the wall. So I'm just gonna kind of see while we're paused here and see what all we have. Okay, so like the allanite coffin and the microline coffin, those are definitely going to be for pets, so I think we're going to do a Gabbro. We'll do a microline here. Do docite here. Docite and oops. Cancel. Docite, and this will be for allanite. Nope. Okay. And then we will set furniture a couple. So the microline and the allanite. So they have some place for the pets to get buried. Ooh, look at that. Indigo tourmaline. I think that's a times 20. And it had like the 5 different spikes. That's a good one. Okay. Stray hunting dog. Okay, so we'll go check that out. With Ben. We're just kind of letting them sort of finish up in here. Now that being said, we do have 2 Gabbro. Okay. So we're going to pause. We are going to do another couple of coffins. Do another allanite one. And another microline one. And then we're going to come in and we're going to do we're going to do currently 5 doors. So 2 out of docite, 2 out of Gabbro, and 1 out of microline. The master piece coffin we're gonna save. And here is summer. Okay. I think that's a good spot to leave the episode here. I'm just gonna pause the game as soon as summer finishes. Alright, we're going to pause. This is a Mulani. If you enjoyed the episode, please thumbs up it. If you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next episode.